Hello, Loki. We'll be starting in just a moment. Just grabbing my water, liquid sustenance, if you will. We can probably jump right in. Back to the stream. Oh, that's what I'm missing. Like, this face is missing something. Eyelashes. Fuck, I'm stupid. That's a shite eyelash. So how you doing, Loki? Hope you're well. And monotony of picking up pretty good, just hungry. We'll get some food. Sausage? I'm going to go through the monotony of grabbing the shadow color again. Like, I can judge. Like, I didn't eat pretty much all day. I just ate pasta for dinner. But yeah, I got no right to judge, really. But hey, what are you going to do? Gonna judge anyway. Thinking, thinking of having any food, Loki? And if so, what are you thinking of having? Ramen? I know you make a mean ramen. Then again, you may not need a big meal. Glad Kelly ended when she did. You were about to lay into some of those kids. Oh, something going on? I was there, but I was also doing a few other things, so I didn't have her on full volume. Something going on? And if so, like, that sucks that Kelly would, like, you and Kelly would have to deal with stuff like that. It's annoying. Was going to do the Mind Stone with corned beef and beans. Ooh, that'd be nice. Mind Stone. Just a pet peeve of yours. Yeah, that's fair. Some people do just forget that, like, streamers are people too, and you treat them like they're just an online personality, then you're gonna make them feel pretty rough. And Callie's like lovely, so like really, she should be, you know, treat her well because she just does so much. Doesn't deserve kind of to be treated badly in any capacity. deserves to just be happy. Earned it. She's earned that much. Me, you can treat me like shit. That's fine for a little bit. Once I make it big, that's when we get rid of Zombie Slayer. One of them was going on about having autism and ADHD, saying they had been to 5 doctors and they weren't doing their job because they wouldn't diagnose them. Oh, right. Ugh. Yeah, that does sound a bit annoying. In that regard, I'm glad that they weren't treating Callie like crap. I'm just annoyed that there is like oversharing can be a bit burdensome. Sure. And I don't think Callie should be treated like a psychologist, basically, or like their therapist. Not what we're here for, you know? We're here to entertain. Or hear me out, the people who studied that for 12 years know more than you learned in 3 months on TikTok. Yeah, oh my god. There is actually a statistic about how many kids have falsely diagnosed themselves with autism or ADHD, and the current rise of mental health disorders that have been self-diagnosed and are often incorrect, which I find fascinating, but also, just a bad sign for um, our generation, my generation, really. Not impressed. Anytime someone says TikTok and mental disorder, your blood starts to boil. Yeah, what a fake disorders, because it's horrible how mental health is romanticized, which as someone who lived through diagnosed mental health struggles, it just makes me kind of sad that people would just that kind of thing is romanticized and glorified or glamorized. Sorry, not glorified, glamorized. Word I'm looking for. Because the truth is, you don't want stuff like that. You don't want to suffer from mental health issues or struggle with your mental health. It sucks. The fact that people do it for the gram or for TikTok, it just makes me sad. Because it also steals away resources that could be used to help someone who needs them. And that makes me very sad. Yeah. Yeah. There's no need to dwell on it, but it's just when you are really struggling through mental health issues, you don't need other people to minimize your experience. And someone who has an unofficial diagnosis of autism and a 28-year-old diagnosis of ADD trying to claim that one does double damage. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. In flat colors, yes. Yeah, it's just I am more sad about it than anything. Because it's based on sheer statistics of the Flynn effect. We're supposed to be getting smarter. Naturally getting smarter. As the world's knowledge and understanding grows, so should our knowledge and understanding. But this kind of stuff just, yeah. A lot, and it seems unnecessary. Someone who has a friend who has, a mental disability, a lot of like this self-diagnosis stuff causes mental health care and disability care to have to, well, it clogs up mental health care with people who don't need it is not the right word. But people who desire it as opposed to need it. And as a result, less people get care. And that sucks because some people need that help. Even in Australia, actually, especially in Australia, some of our mental health care is terrible. You want to go into counseling kids and teens, but every time something like that comes up, it makes you less inclined. Yeah, that's fair. I was almost a counselor. I was almost a school counselor. And it's not that I'm glad that I didn't do it, but it's just like, it's just rough. You've already decided you're going to have to video record every session. Yeah. Yeah, probs. Truth is, you also owe them a duty of care, even if they're not necessarily, or if they're just searching for a diagnosis, you still have a duty of care. And it's like even with doctors and stuff, when they get patients that they dislike, and I think this Scrubs episode handled this, but it's like, it's easier to take care of the patients that you do like. But you have a duty of care as a counselor. So you got to take care of them, and that's, it's important. Kids still deserve to be taken care of, but also some are fucking annoying. And the thought of some teen getting upset if I don't go along with their TikTok fad just makes you angry. Yeah, that in itself is just an entitlement thing, which can be very frustrating. Yes, I agree. Right angle I want. That's too like severe of an angle. There we go. It is, yeah, it is what it is. Frustrating, but it's also the reality of the world. Can be more annoying. What can you do? What can you do? Just hope for a better world and ideally help implement it too. That kind of stuff makes me happy, I'll admit. The idea of helping, trying to implement change in the world. Super easy to be nice. Well, that makes me happy. Costs me nothing to be nice to people. You had planned on going into youth substance abuse and rehabilitation, but considering your province's autism center is less than 1.5 k's away from your house, that's what you want to do. That would be cool. That would be cool. Oh, dropping frames. Hold on. Return to me, frames. Your province's local center. Yeah, that's fair. Oh, let's balance out. I just noticed the frames dipping a little bit on my OBS. Just gonna see how we go. Let's let that come back. Doing okay, OBS? He's struggling. It's not the only one, but your town is the third largest one, so it's one of the main offices. Ah, fair. Fair enough. If the internet cuts out, it cuts out. I'm not worried. Just jump back into stream. It's fine. It's fine. Every time I speak, the bitrate falls. Is it me? No, it should steady out soon. But then again, I can never be sure. Always learning new things about OBS and Twitch. Though technically on Twitch it seems to be fine. Just OBS that's like going nuts. Like, you're in the red. Hey, fine. Hey, you're in the red. Oh, you're speaking? Yeah, I'm gonna have to tell you that your bitrate is falling. Like, is it? Yes, probably. But don't appear to be dropping too many frames. This may just be me worrying about an issue that's not actually an issue. But we'll see. The Twitch gods do what they want. Yeah, exactly. They are fickle. Fickle gods. Apathetic. As is their wont. Please, Twitch gods, give me back my bitrate. Nay, I say, Grey Mouse. You're lucky we don't ban you for being shit. For being a shit cunt. Fuck! Stop taking my bits. Please, Twitch gods, don't take my bits. We'll take your genitals next. Ah, Jesus! Please, Twitch gods. Nay, I say. Oh, God. Literally, Twitch god. That makes you think of the Tetris God sketch. Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. Yeah. Squiggly block. Straight block. Oh, God. There's no way he could win. Straight line. Yeah, I know that. I know that sketch. It's a fucking good one. Damn ya. Yeah. Had a brain fart and I was just like, what are you doing? Dreaming. Oh, yes, cool. The background is darkness. Asmodeus. Fuck! Sorry. made a little mistake that won't even show up on screen. So it's just me looking at my screen and then swearing. It's not going to matter to any of you, which is pretty fucking funny to me. Hold on, gang. I got a cough. Give me a moment. The only time I've ever not muted myself to cough. I knew I was gonna be a fucking goofball about it. I do actually genuinely, so like at the end of a sneeze, I'll just add in a but only when I'm in company of people I like trust. I would never do that at work. I've actually made an active attempt not to sneeze at work, just in general. Not that it matters, but like, I do. Fair. Zoom out just a little. But side. So be illuminated. By the way, Loki, how's Moni doing? I haven't been able to catch any of her Dead Space streams, but I'm hoping she's getting through them. Getting through them all right, at the very least. And I know she's probably struggling a little bit. That's okay. That's okay. She's been at EDC in Vegas for the last week and a half. Her next stream is Friday sometime. Will probably be art. Fair enough. That's okay. No rush, of course. Curious, really. Good. Good to take a break. Streaming every once in a while. It's almost July, so I'm going to be doing the opposite of taking a break from streaming, in that I'll be just streaming all day, every day, for a week. Soon. Soon, everyone. Happening. Can't stop me. My work, I mean. Tax office absolutely can. But my work cannot stop me no more. And they don't really want to. They're actually very supportive of my dreams and my desires to do art. I'm not, like, if you can believe this, I'm not a full-time artist. Which I feel like I could believe. Just finished Steins Gate over there. Can't wait for the next anime. It's No Game, No Life. Nice. That's cool. Just remember that her hood actually covers a lot of this light. Messy, but it's just getting closer. Sorry, this is just now just running through my head constantly. But it's just like one of my coworkers now, like, not brags, but like talks about or has been remarking or telling jokes about how she almost pimped me out to a homeless. Thought I'd share that with you all. I love that I'm presenting this to all of you with no context. Absolutely no context. But yeah. Because it's the first time I've been back. Almost pimped me out to a homeless woman. Which, you know, is maybe the most chaotic story I can tell. But as you guys all know, I was in Broome for a little while. Broome is like one of the northmost points of Western Australia, which is a part of Australia. I was doing some work there for my company, as I do. Sometimes it involves travel. This time it did. And I was staying at a hotel, a quite nice hotel. But also maybe one of the like cheaper of the hotels in that area because there aren't many hotels in Broome. Been there for a few days. You know, everything was going well. It was the last night in the hotel before we headed back to Adelaide to, you know, just to go home, really. And I I was having dinner with my coworker, and a lady approached us who knew my coworker because my coworker is quite friendly, so she chats with pretty much everybody. Um, maybe too sharp. Yeah, there you go. That. She chats with everybody, and this woman was no exception. She was homeless, but she had been put up by the hotel for a little while because she was studying nearby, and the government had like provided her with financial support and accommodation while she was studying. And so, like, while we were having drinks and dinner, we were just chatting away, having a nice chat with this lady, and it was all grand. Like, it was all absolutely fine. Um, and then the end of the night came round for us. We were still pretty jet lagged. Because there's an hour and 30-minute difference between Perth and Adelaide. So I was like, I'm gonna head to bed, because it was about 8 o'clock, and they were going off to just have a smoke, and because I don't smoke because I'm a young man, so I know better, but I don't smoke, so I went to bed. The next morning, my coworker was told me on our way to the airport that she was just like, oh yeah, the lady that, you know, had a chat with us last night and went back for a smoke with her. After you left, she was just talking about you the entire time. She was like, oh, that grey mouse. That grey mouse is a handsome lad. He's such like very handsome young man, and I was inclined to tell her about you. And I was like, oh right. Um, but I decided not to just because I didn't know I didn't know your relationship status. So I just left it. And I was like, right. And so that's the story of how I almost know if it didn't have the almost, it would be more chaotic. Yeah, absolutely. But that's the story of how I was almost pimped out to a homeless woman. Grey mouse ain't just a piece of meat, all right? Uh, I'm a human. I mean, I'm a mouse too. I shouldn't be treated that way. But yeah, really interesting story. Weird would probably be the word that I think of immediately. But yeah, also funny. Didn't have the almost in front of it, it would be more chaotic. Probably. The story about how my coworker pimped me out to a homeless woman. Yeah, probably. There you go. Zombie Slayer isn't here, so he doesn't get to find out about my real life Riz. Ugh, I felt sick even saying that. Even though he's not even here. He's not even bloody here. But yeah, that's the story. You guys always ignore my story time. This time you didn't ignore it. It was fucking weird. The kind of curse that I've been trying to cultivate in my streams, but just not been able to. Because up until now, it's been pretty wholesome. Pretty tame. I feel like now that I've told this story, it's probably going to be like embellished in really weird ways. That's just the nature of comedy. And with time, it will get funnier, of course. You don't blame me. I threw up in your mouth a little too. Well, I didn't throw up in my mouth. I was just thought it was weird. You know? The thing is, I get, like, I'll admit, I do get attention from women a lot. Because I look like this. Look at me. Look at this little guy. I look like this every day. I wake up like this. But yeah, it's not like I'm not. I don't know how to say this without. I don't know how to say this properly, but it's like I get attention from women pretty regularly. Not the homeless woman when you said Riz. Oh, that. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. No, absolutely. That feels wrong. That feels worse than almost being pimped out to a homeless woman. That being said, it didn't really feel bad being pimped out to a homeless woman. I didn't even know, really, for the most part. I was not really aware of the events unfolding because I was asleep. I mean, that sounds really dark. I mean, wasn't aware of the conversation. I wasn't there. Me saying I wasn't aware of the events because I was asleep sounds really fucked up. So I'm not going to say that. Done? Yeah, pretty much. I wondering. Know how to play. It's not particularly happy with the look of it. You like this meal because it's basically dump cans and mix overheat until the corned beef is homogenized. That's nice. That does sound good. Simple but delicious. That I can respect. Stuff. And honestly, it's just a really hearty stew. Yeah, exactly. That does sound nice, really. Sounds like a good meal. Broken face. Or neck, really, not face. Broken neck. Section. Now just to fill in the lines. I'll fill in the shadows. Oh, that's such a weird thing to look at. Like, all the shadows and stuff out of place. The line work a little bit disheveled, but fixable. Gonna fill it in, really. I like this piece. Got heart. No, it would probably be better with a can of mixed vegetables and a half pound of pasta. That would ruin the ease of the one pot nature. That's fair. That's fair. Sometimes, yeah, I'm just like, fuck it, just make it a one pot thing. And I've altered recipes to be more like one pot friendly. Because it felt a little bit, not like I don't really want to cook that night. Who is anyone to judge me for that? But got pins and needles in my foot. Fuck. Worst. But not the worst is that panel's now looking okay. According to my high standards. Not normally how I shade trees, but I think I kind of want to show the incoming storm a little bit more. Okay, now onto highlights. Let's get this done. That feels weird. Oh, do you want your most recent anime review? Go for it. I'd love to hear it. Tell me. Think of they have just a spray brush on my brushes tab. Just finished JRPG Real Estate, and this one is hard to give a score uh, to. If you had to, you would say it's an 8 out of 10. That score is definitely uh, I'm not sure what that acronym means, but first the cons. You were initially put off by it appearing to be a Mo blob show with a disturbing amount of fan service and Yuri, but you began to accept that as the story progressed. Ooh. Uh, it sadly removes the threat of death in the final episode, however, to actually have the character die, even if it would have made sense from a plot perspective, was such a departure from the feel of the show that it would have left you feeling bamboozled at the end, so it really couldn't keep them dead. So the show had the impossible task of choosing between something people hate or betraying itself. Damn, that's tough, actually. Your mileage may vary. Ah, that makes sense. That being said, I probably wouldn't have been able to guess it. If I'd been given 100 guesses, I don't think I would have gotten that. Yeah. Dribbling in the highlights. My second favorite thing to do. Finally, the big bad escapes from into the woods with no one the wiser that they exist, much less of who they are. Now, the pros. The premise was definitely unique. The main, supporting, and side characters were all very unique and well done. There was a surprising amount of character present in the main characters for a Mo Blob show. It had a leitmotif, and that's super rare now and something I'd love. And the side characters did return a bit at the end, even if most of them were just extras in a scene. All in all, really hard to grade, so you say 8 with a big your mileage may vary warning. That's fair. I love it. That sounds great. Oh, Jesus. Ow. My ankle. Oh wait, no, I need reflections. Oh, not reflections. Light reflections. Le light reflex. X. What was it pre? Top quadrant. That's not the right color. The basic premise is heroes one demon lord is vanquished. 15 years later, the MC works at a real estate office and finds houses for various humans and demi-humans. Ooh. Fair enough. With that said, done here. I mean, I need to add in speech bubble, but other than that, we're done here. We move on. Like, it doesn't need to be that big. That'll do. MC had nothing to do with fighting the demon lord. That part is the setting. Like you said, definitely a unique premise. That does sound really unique. Yeah. But hey, not bad. Always willing to try something new. All right. So that's that panel done. Nice. Next panel. Dogan. Side on. Smiling. What? This, again, shouldn't take very long. Actually, even... That's what I meant to do. Fucking hell. Fine. That's fine. Definitely not what I wanted. Actually I'm just about to divide the frame border even more because I have an idea. And the only way that it plays off is by getting rid of this layer or this section. Main themes would probably be found family and don't let your preconceived notions dictate your responses. Cool. That's cool. Missing my drink bottle. Ugh. Okay. That does sound interesting. So I'm do you think I should add it to my list? My currently really fucking long list. Not that that's any reason to stop. To not, or to say no. That feels off. Like add it to the list, but at the bottom kind of thing. Okay, yeah. So no like rush. Check it out, I guess. That works for me. My list is fucking huge at this point, so I'm happy to add something to the back burner, so to speak. Well, your choice. If you had seen a lot of anime, I would say sure, because even if you didn't like the premise, it's unique enough to break things up. That's fair. That's fair. But that feels wrong. Taste feels too fat. Dang it. Or not too fat. It just doesn't feel right. It feels squished. Yeah, it's definitely feeling squished in a weird way. That's better. You're also watching season 2 of Bofuri, and it's as good as the first. If that one is not on the list, add it. I will add it if it's not already on the list. I feel like I've heard it before, but I can't be certain. Get closer. That actually does really help. lengthen the face just a bit. Basically, cute non-gamer girl breaks RPG game by being cute and a coward. Plus, her game name is Maple, and she has a pet turtle named Syrup. That's super cute. I can get into that. Better. Very like super simple panel, as you can see. Basically, she does something cute or stupid, becomes OP. Devs try to patch in stuff to slow her down. She somehow gets even stronger, and the cycle repeats. Nice. Amazing. That sounds like a lot of fun. There we go. Literally the only extra addition I kind of need. This handsome man. Super roundabout way of doing this works. Literally nothing other than his. There's nothing other than his face in this panel. So really, I just need that, and then the blue is going to be the hardest thing to get. There you go. Okay, we're done. Collecting the colors panel. For Fury, I don't want to get hurt, so I'll max out my defense. I'll give you 3 guesses what her primary stat is. Is it Dex? No, only joking. That's amazing. That sounds awesome. Don't know why I'm this close, apparently. Actually, I kind of do. Just to fill in the eye space. Oh, Jesus. Sorry. Smacked you guys. So sorry. Only bad thing about Diablo 4 is you miss your Demon Hunter from Diablo 3. Like 85% chance to dodge, 80% damage reduction, and health on hit. My motto was, if I ain't killing, I'm dying. Very fair. That's a pretty powerful. That's a pretty powerful character. Good on you. But you're definitely excited for 4, although after the most recent round of the beta, you're not sure if you're maining rogue or sorcerer. Ooh, interesting. Can't wait to hear about it. Don't know if I'll play Diablo 4, but I'm keen to hear what people have to say about it. I think I like Diablo 3, just didn't tickle my pickle. That's fine. No, that's okay. Sometimes it is just what it is. Guess I'm just not into the top down, which is I thought I was. keep going back to rogue because they carry both a two-handed bow and two short swords or daggers, and the sorcerer carries either a staff or a wand. And fetish, I think the one or two extra weapon gem slots will have a big impact end game. Probably, yeah. I don't doubt it. I don't doubt that one bit. That is cool. Sorry guys, I'm getting super distracted. Own world. Comic. Out. Just running through the motions. So close to finishing today. Like the page today. Maybe. Let's see. I want to speak too strongly. Feel Uh, you are still a bit disappointed. The female outfits are more modest in this one, but that's just one of the pet peeves again. Hey, what can you do? It's feminism, baby. Oh, I'm sad about it too. It happens. Alright, what a handsome man that Dogan is. I don't have like a universal character portrait for each of my characters, which I guess is something that I should do. Although Mortal Kombat 1 seems to be covering up both the men and women now, so you might get back into that series. Nice. That'd be cool. A lot of cool things to like about Mortal Kombat. Now it's coming back. What was I saying? I don't have a universal portrait for each character, so I should probably do that at some point. So then, because like, I found that Dogen, like, the characters look great, but they don't look, it varies from panel to panel sometimes. And that's fine, of course. That's like a completely reasonable thing uh, to happen for comics. But I'd like to have it be more universal or more accurate each time. Your opinion is if I want to kill God in my underwear, I should be allowed. Oh, your opinion is if you want to kill God in your underwear, you should be allowed to. Yeah, absolutely. How else would you kill God? I don't mean you, Twitch gods. Please. Bring back Nev. Bring back my friend. For those who don't know, poor Nev was banned for a few days because of explicit content. And it's like, her art is just cursed. It's not sexually explicit. Leave her alone. My friend. That's my friend. I miss her. Miss seeing her streams. The best. Pray to the Twitch gods to bring back Nev. The reason you skipped the last Mortal Kombat was they covered up the women because it's dangerous to fight to the death. It's totally cool for the guys to be going around shirtless. I just don't like the hypocrisy in any form. Yeah, that's fair. Everyone should be in their underpants. Not a gender thing. It's an underpants thing. Can't have Kano be shirtless and then... You know what? I'm going to leave that there. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. I'm explaining myself to people who get me. Everyone or no one. This game, it seems to be the no one, and you're okay with that. Yeah, exactly. It's universal. That's fine. That's okay. Now we're on shadows. So doing the same thing I do every single time I get onto shadows is I go back to a previous panel, grab a shadow. Grab that shadow color. Okay, we're back. Don't we all just love that I just don't learn? Ramos Inc. The unlearning. What a handsome man this Dogen is. Wouldn't you just want to kiss him? Hey, Mass, you got any more of them pixels? Not currently. I'm working in single pixels. Really struggling. Oh, not getting better. Got some really crumbly pixels right now. Oh yeah, it's really like struggling. I don't know why. The internet should be better than that. on Twitch. We'll see how we go. Just letting it buffer out. It's, yeah, just hugely tanked. The old bitrate. Don't know why. No idea why. See if we could just ride it out. Can ride out the storm. We'll see. We'll see. What? As you forgot, my first internet was sub 56k. Anything above the 360p is a blessing as far as you're concerned. Well, that's nice of you to say. It has started to stable out. I was just like keeping an eye on it mostly, and I'll jump back to your previous messages because I was too busy like staring at the bit rate. Nice CAD is Canadian dollar is dropping next to US dollar. You know, you should feel bad about that, but with our politicians playing chicken with the debt, you're scared it's going to go the other way any day now. That would be a fair thing to be afraid of. That sounds terrifying. You just don't know if it's going to be another economic recession, you know? and how something like this will affect you, who has to kind of travel between two spots. But I don't want to say we are back, because that's just gonna like, yep, cause the bitrate to tank. And all your earned money and your mum's retirement is in US dollars. You kind of need that to stay good, especially if you're selling the house fairly soon. Yeah, absolutely. God, I hope I got my fingers crossed for you. Hoping that it stays good. Pity poppity. Yeah, B. All good? Get yourself. I'll keep an eye on the bit rate. Oh, watch the tank. As I said that. It knows. Bitrate fucking knows. Talking about it. Prove me wrong. Be stable. Huh? Prove me wrong. so much easier. It's like genuinely, that's so much easier than background every. God, God. So much easier. Holy fuck. Idiot. Hey, welcome back. Perfect. Or rock, I think. Saw Alan was live and hadn't seen him in a few. Wanted to check in on him. That's nice of you. That's real good of you. Only problem with making a big pot of stew is that there is still stew left and you could eat more. You could eat more. I get that. You want to. I think because of the frame rate drops, I think I'm going to call it there. 2 more panels done. Still pretty good, but I just don't trust the frame rate. Might make a cheese quesadilla. That would be good. Ooh, that'd be nice. But yeah, that being said, I'm going to probably call it for tonight. Just because I don't trust my internet to hold out. Alan is live. I would check. I had someone recently follow me, Enya Fairy. She's lovely, so I'm actually kind of tempted to jump to her. Been streaming for 7 hours, so I just don't know if she's keep streaming. But let's risk it. Do it. Yeah. All right. Let's jump on over there. Thank you all so much. Wait, what the? Oh, I was unable to raid. Weird. Still unable to raid. That's weird. Could it be the frame rate is fucking us? Or is she raiding out? No. Problem. Weird. Probably raiding out. Yeah, potentially. Wonder will. Okay, so it works for Ellie. So yeah, they were just raiding out. That's okay. I'll jump to Ellie. She's playing Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Bitrate won't affect rating. That makes perfect sense. But yeah, so Ellie is playing Tears of the Kingdom. If you don't want to be spoiled, then jump out now. But like, let's jump into Ellie's stream then. As with my previous like farewell, I'll see you guys all on Friday where we will be playing more Control. Can't wait till then. But until then, see you then. Don't play Nintendo. You don't play Nintendo. Easy, you won't be spoiled then. Let's head on over.